So what I do is deliver classes, community classes for menopausal ladies. So I thought I would do a little taste.
There's none of us there here. We're far too young for the menopause.
Well, I'm perimenopausal, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'll go into a little bit of that after I've done a bit of a demo. But I thought I could stand here and talk about the class. But actually, if you want to see it for real and just kind of have a little go yourself, it's really easy. The moves are really easy. I was just going to do one warm-up. Join in if you like. I'm not going to have you, jumping around and doing crazy things. So I'm just going to put Alexa, play We Are Family, Sister Sledge.
We Are Family by Sister Sledge on Amazon.
She's ready. Okay, Alexa, volume up. We're just going to start.
I'm not going to be the only one.
I need the volume up. Can you turn
Some more wine.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that's
Yeah, you can just go there. It's fine. It's not a problem. Have we got Sister Sledge?
I didn't leave my shoes.
Hold your bag. Oh, thanks. Right, so you face me, okay? I'm not going to. So we're literally just gonna. Come on, you don't have to be so close. Okay. Well done. That's it. Just move it now. Come on, Tom. So we're going side step right. You. It's easier, Amanda. Excellent. Well done, ladies. Keep it here. So we're just working at flame 1. I'll explain about flames after. It'll be like rowing the boat, Amanda. So just at waist height, okay? Just stepping it out. We've got some leg swings coming up. So we're here. Forward, back. Forward. Nice. Excellent stuff. Keep it here. Just transferring the weight. And we're going to swap sides. So we're here. Forward. Really good for balance. Really easy. Good. Excellent stuff. And we're going to go side step right. So we're here. So we're taking it to flame 2 now. So we're arms at chest high. Okay? Keep up on that. You're doing great.
You just danced about the
Excellent. Keep it here. We are back classes for 45 minutes. This is just the warm-up. Oh, yeah, good. This is the warm-up. So, we're taking leg swings again, okay? This time we're bringing the leg up, back, Flame 2, if you can, don't touch back at the back. Okay, that's it, yeah? A little bit trickier. Fucking you shit. And change. Fabulous. Good. Really good for balance. Really important during the menopause. So we're going side step right. Arms up and over. Good. I'm just going to move back because I feel like you're really coming in. Good. So we're just widening that step. Good. Keep it here. Fabulous, ladies. Looking good. Oh, sorry, it's so good. Excellent. And we're just going to march it out around here. Do a bit of turn. Back the other way. Yeah. All right. It's as easy as that. That's as easy as it gets. Well, that's one done. Yes. So, thank you, ladies, for your participation. I really appreciate that. So basically, where this has come from. Just put my breath back.
If you can music going, you can say, play all of that and then replace it.
Alexa, stop.
So basically what I'm aiming to do is help menopausal ladies lead a healthier and happier menopause. So a little bit of brief history. About a year ago, I walked smack bang into perimenopause. Didn't know what it was, had no idea whatsoever. Always talked to my mum about periods, sex, drugs, rock and roll, but not the menopause. She had an early menopause. I didn't even know that, to be honest. And then I had a bit of a meno meltdown about a year ago, and I started, I became very anxious and depressed. I was a teacher, a bit like Amanda. I had a career for 20 years. I don't do that anymore. I've given up my teaching career because my menopause symptoms became so bad. I just couldn't cope anymore. I just couldn't cope with life. So what I then did was went to the doctors for some support. I need some water. Morning.
Is that your hot drawer?
No, I won't get enough.
Don't worry. Oh, no. Maybe a little bit of orange juice. Yeah, so I went to the doctors. The doctor wasn't very supportive. I don't know if any of you ladies have had any kind of, thank you so much. If you've had any kind of experience with doctors around menopause, but mine was a really negative experience. So while I was looking for some support for myself, because I wasn't getting it from my GP, I came across the Menopause Cafe. So I decided to set up the Menopause Cafe as a sort of first port of call. There's lots online, lots of support online for ladies. Thank you, Mum. Thanks. Lots of support online, so Facebook, lots of forums, but a bit like Amanda, I like people. I like working face to face, I like groups of people, and I like working one-to-one with people as well. So I set up a Menopause Cafe just in order to talk to other ladies, because I thought, well, it can't just be me. I can't be the only person in the world that's having this experience. I know some people fly through the menopause and it really isn't an issue, but for some people it's really debilitating, and you know, we're talking more and more about it now, but it's still quite difficult to find that support. So I decided to set that up, and alongside that I looked at my lifestyle, my diet, exercise, lifestyle, and exercise really helped me. And I thought, well, again, if it's helping me, then maybe it can help other women as well. So MenoHealth are actually a UK-wide organisation. They're still very sort of embryonic, if you like. I'm a sort of a guinea pig, I suppose, in the big scheme of things. But I'm currently delivering community classes. I've run a programme in Godalming, one in Milford. I've got community classes going on in Alton at the moment, daytime classes, and I'm just about to launch an evening class in Kingsley, which is near to where I live. So,
And you're going to do one in town, aren't you?
well, this is the hope. So, because I'm now working here, and we've been talking, haven't we, about, you know, some of the barriers that women are coming up against are time constraints, you know, commitments, you know, families, husbands, dogs, not in that order, but you know, that sort of, you know, there's always something else to be doing, and we need to be looking after ourselves, and that's what I think we as women find really, really difficult. We find it really hard to look after ourselves and to put ourselves first. So I decided I'm going to put myself first, and I used to like running, and I can't run so much anymore because I've got a bit of a dodgy knee. So a MenoClass is basically, it's geared towards menopausal ladies, so whether you're perimenopausal, going through the menopause, or postmenopausal. So I don't know if everyone is aware, but osteoporosis and osteopenia, bone density is something that we really have to be mindful of as we're, you know, getting a little bit older. So all the exercises are geared around weight-bearing exercises, flexibility. You know, we've got the usual warm-up that you've just demonstrated beautifully. So the components are a warm-up. I have 3 tracks that are an aerobic component to the class. Mainly 80s and 90s music, but that's just because I like 80s and 90s. But I do take requests if anybody wants a certain track. We do strength and tone, so I do some exercises with small hand weights, and then a flexibility and a mindful cool down as well. Also mat work, so to build core strength and back strength as well, because that's also something that's really important as well. But the difference, as Amanda, you quite rightly said earlier, the difference between the MenoClass and say going to a Zumba class or another class, say at your gym or down at your local community centre, is that what we're trying to do is build a community. We're trying to build a support network for women. So, you know, I was tearing my hair out when I sort of walked into the perimenopause. I thought, what the hell is it? I thought I was going mad. I really did. I thought I was going crazy. and I just needed someone to talk to. So the first 15 minutes of every MenoClass is a 15-minute discussion. So they're different in that they're the first UK exercise class that offer support, education and exercise. I mean, that's the kind of the USP, if you like. So the first 15 minutes we talk about anything from hot flushes to low libido to HRT, exercise, you know, whatever it is that the women want to talk about. And I'm there to give some advice and some information, but the idea is that the women are supporting each other, and it really, really works. It's a really strange concept because you might not think that you would start talking about very sensitive and personal details, about your body and about how you're feeling with a complete and utter stranger. But it's that safe space that the women, the feedback that I'm getting from the women that are coming to classes, they're saying that that's the part that they really like. They like the exercise, but it's actually building this community. And what I want to do is just spread that and build that community. And because obviously working here, I'm working with lots of ladies now, I'm thinking, okay, well this is prime opportunity. This is the time to be talking to people about it and hopefully get a class up and running in Farnham. If I have enough interest, I would absolutely love to start a class in town where people can come straight from work, for example, coming from the office, from the shop, or from wherever it is they're working, so that those time constraints aren't a barrier. Because I think that for me is the biggest thing. There's always I can't do that because, but there's always something else. So it's to try and make it as easy as possible. I've gone through the breakdown of that. Yes. The other thing as well, I know we were having a bit of a laugh, with the warm-up just then, but the exercises can be performed at 3 different levels. So even if you're not confident or you haven't exercised in a long time, you hate the thought of the gym, or you just think, a class is not for me, we work at different flames, flame 1, flame 2, flame 3. So, depending on how hot you want to get or how hard you want to work, it's completely up to you. I have some ladies that, jump around all over the place and they're really going for it. And other ladies, they may have underlying health issues, there may be gynecological stuff going on. I've got ladies that have had knee replacements. My mum's had 2 hip replacements, and she comes to my Godalming class. She never thought she could touch her toes. She was really reticent to do the mat exercise. I'm not doing that, I can't do that, I've had 2 hip replacements. She can now touch her toes, she can do a plank. The flexibility is really, really important for us ladies later in life. And I really wish I knew what I know now in my 20s, because I'm 44 now, and I just wish that I'd known what I know now. So it's not even to exclude, younger people and people that aren't, necessarily going through the menopause. I think, if you know anyone that just wants to come to the class, they don't have to be menopausal. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about it. So I just want to spread the word, really. So even if it's not you, if you're not interested, even if it's, a sister, a cousin, a friend, a colleague, somebody that's really struggling with their menopause, exercise, support and talking about it, I have found really helped me, so I'm hoping it's going to help other people. So my classes next week are going to be free. If you want to come along for a free taster, just come and see what it's all about. I'm at the Joneses Studio in Alton on a Wednesday morning, and the Kingsley Community Centre in the evening. And if I get enough ladies for a Farnham class, then I'm looking at venues at the moment. And I like to keep the class sizes quite small as well. So it's not going to be 20 or 30 women. We're talking sort of like maybe 8 to 10 max. So it's just keeping those nice small classes. So come and have a chat. There are there's some freebies over there. I've got some various bits and pieces over there. Come and have a chat with me. If you want to write your details in a little pink pad, as Dave is holding up there, please do, or just chat to me. There's leaflets there. We also have a vaginal moisturiser, as Dave is Because did you know that you're meant to be moisturising your vagina as much as you moisturise your face? So it's things like that that we talk about in MenoClass as well. I think 3 people already have said, really? Like tonight. I didn't know that, you know?
I didn't know that either.
Exactly. See, come to a MenoClass, Amanda, you'll learn loads. So it's not just about the
Coordination under control, I will.
Oh, don't worry about that. And actually, just to make that point, I don't take it too seriously. Sometimes I fluff up. You know, I'm menopausal. I have to remember the routines. It's hard, you know. I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing? And you know, it's more fun. You know, we're not taking ourselves too seriously, but at the same time, you know, we want to look after ourselves. So come and have a chat if you are interested. And thank you all very much for listening and taking part.